Welcome back, everybody, and happy Monday. I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers, bringing you your daily hail forecast, sponsored as always by C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, American Contractor, and Atlas. And you guys know there's always in the description to this video, so go ahead and check them out. So it's going to be quiet, spoiler alert, for this week in terms of severe weather, storm-based. Now, we do have a jet stream pattern that is racing some cold air down into the northern Rockies, and with that, we are expecting some high winds as well as some fire weather dangers. So we're going to talk about that, as well as the tropics. They're still going, so we do have a tropical disturbance on the horizon moving westward towards the Windward Islands, Caribbean area, and then potentially the U.S. So we'll take a look at all of that here in a second. But first, come see us at the Atlas All-Star Stadium Tour, guys. This one's going to be on the 24th in Frisco. Derek is a keynote speaker at all of these. If you've already been to one, you know it's a great time. You can come back out to Frisco. If not, you guys can go ahead and register at atlasroofing.com/events. So here's our future jet stream here's what it looks like right now, all right? We got a big ridge setting up over the central and western U.S. and that trough making its way slowly off the eastern coast. So with that, we're going to continue to see cold air getting pulled southward on the westward side of this jet stream, so basically through the Mississippi Valley there, and pretty much everything staying dry and still through a lot of the desert southwest. Now, as that continues to move off to the east, we'll see this guy dip through into the middle part of the week, but it is dry as a bone across the U.S. We'll look at it in a second, but it's going to be really hard for this to interact with any sort of instability moving up that far north. So it's going to be hard pressed to get a lot of severe thunderstorms into this week, but we could see some, again, high winds and some heavy rain if you guys are along the U.S. west coast there. Portland all the way up to like Seattle, seeing some rain today, and then some cloud cover and some scattered showers over through the Ohio Valley and the Northeast. Everywhere else, again, staying pretty dry, staying pretty still. Nobody really breaking out of the 60s except for LA there and down in Miami, but everybody else sitting in the 50s and 60s for this October afternoon here today. And then, like I said, super dry across the U.S. I mean, we need this green to be all over pretty much to get severe weather, and right now we're limited to 58-degree dew points down in Florida. The rest of us sitting in the 30s and 40s, so starting to get into that touch a metal doorknob and get shocked kind of weather because it's just super dry across the U.S. There's our drought map for right now. Lots of the south sitting in extreme to exceptional drought, and a lot of the central U.S. as well. Pretty much anywhere in the Mississippi Valley, all the way down through the desert southwest is seeing drought conditions, and that is expected to continue with this pattern that we have setting up right now. So watches and warnings wise, here's what we're looking at for those severe winds. All right, so we got a high wind watch down in Wyoming, around the Cheyenne area, as well as part of central Montana, but this whole central northern part of the state is going to be under that high wind warning. That is for sustained winds of 35 to 45 miles an hour with gusts up to 70, okay? So it's definitely going to blow some stuff around with those high wind gusts. And then, you know, if you're in that pink swath there, that's where we have a red flag warning. That's where we could potentially see some fire weather come into play. So for wildfires, those little blue dots are going to be all the wildfires that are active across the nation right now. And then looking into the west, all right? So if you're in like Reno area or parts of Nevada, you could potentially see some fire weather working its way down into that area by around 6 p.m. But we're really watching Montana and Wyoming into tomorrow. We're going to have that dip in the jet stream start to push down through that area, bringing lots of dry air behind it. And so with that jet stream wind, as well as that super dry air, and then we've got all sorts of fuel on the ground right now, could potentially see some pretty solid chances for wildfires forming with any sorts of sparks going out there. So if you had any camping plans, you know, if you've got like a chain dragging on your truck or whatever, time to fix that, probably reevaluate those plans for tomorrow. Got some wildfire danger through that area, and then, you know, we'll watch into Wednesday for the Central Plains. But can you roof? You know, if you guys are one of our roofing clients, that's the biggest question into this week. You know, silver lining to no storms means, you know, it's good roofing weather for you guys, all right? So got some rain. If you guys are working through the Pacific Northwest, we talked a little bit about that, and some scattered showers up through the Ohio Valley, but pretty much everybody is expected to stay in like the 60s and 70s for later today, and pretty calm winds for, again, most everybody. Now we are watching Montana, again, for those high winds, and we'll see those working their way through tomorrow evening. But by tomorrow at noon Central Time, again, still looking really nice across most of the U.S. Calm winds to work with, nice temperatures, good time to get up on some roofs and do some work. And then, you know, again, if you guys are in the northern Rockies, could get a little breezy towards the end of the day tomorrow, and then got some rain moving through the northern plains. So that's what you got in terms of radar. And then, you know, if you're looking at temperatures, here we go for the next 48 hours. Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Dallas, getting lows in the 40s. So, you know, getting pretty chilly at night. And then, you know, staying in the 60s and 70s throughout the peak temperatures of the day. Denver actually got the hottest temperatures for the next 48 hours. That's weird. 80 degrees for your Tuesday high. And then, you know, guys, if you guys are up in the upper Midwest or down in the southeast through Atlanta, could potentially see, you know, 50s, 60s with lows in the 40s. So pretty much everybody in really nice early fall conditions for the next 48 hours. And, you know, watching the tropics, that's really going to be the main story for today besides that high wind, is that we do have this disturbance in the central Atlantic. It's pretty much halfway between the Windward Islands there and the west coast of Africa. And it's tracking off to the west-northwest. Next 2 days don't look too great for it to develop, but the next 7 could potentially see some things sparking up and getting a little bit more intense there. So for our heat potential, and again, that's just the energy that this storm needs to kind of collect itself and develop a little bit more. Looking not too bad. I mean, we got some mild, moderate values there in the central Atlantic where it's expected to continue tracking, so that should help it out. And then in terms of wind shear, got a very low wind shear through that, you know, bright pink area there. Low wind shear. So again, both things should help it continue to develop as it tracks that way. And we'll watch that. We'll watch the fire weather, some high winds into this week, and we'll keep you guys updated on what's going on. So if you want to follow us, you can get us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, /X, and TikTok. Hit See First on Facebook so you never miss a live video, and smash that subscribe button everywhere else. And then if you want to get in contact with us, go ahead and scan the QR code up above me, click the link in the description to this video, and that'll get you guys access to all of our severe weather mapping products today and in the past. So if you have any questions about any storms that occurred this spring, or if you want to monitor your severe weather live, it's a good product to have. If you have any questions, give us a call at 855-334-4245. Email us at info@hailtrace.com or check out hailtrace.com for more details. And we'll be back tomorrow with more updates. But for now, I'm meteorologist Andrew Myers. Thanks for watching.